monitor, which I had to be switching off. So from wherever you are, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night for some of you who are going to be sleeping. Luzze Andrew Anderson is my name. I'm not making noise like loud because my son is in the other bed, sleeping. And nowadays I sleep with him. I sleep with him. So because if he sleeps, if he hears me making noise, then he'll come out and be like, Daddy, I want to be with you. I don't want him to sleep in his bed because I'm still scared for kids to sleep in the upper bed. But anyway, the main reason why I'm here, of course, let me first put it up there. The main reason why I am here, of course, it comes like, of course, no one is coming to save me. No one is coming to save me, just like how you're seeing it up there. But of course, it's not me. No one is basically coming to save you. The day you realize, the day you notice that no one is going to come to save us. Me, the day I noticed, I woke up one day and I always thought that there will always be someone to come to defend us, to fight for us. And you think you're always there, and you always think that someone, like a miracle would happen. That's the right word I'm supposed to be using. Most of us live and think that miracles will be happening. To be that thinking like a miracle will happen. That's why born again Christians, just like now, we at this side, but the other side we can hear Christians praying to God, hallelujah, in Jesus' name. Things are supposed to be happening. Even they speak even in languages, which is also a cool thing. But whenever you are there and you feel like someone is going to come and save you, some sort of a miracle is going to happen, then just know you're out for failure. Things are not going to work out. Things just don't work out by magic. Things just don't work out by magic. And the day you notice that no one is coming to save you, me, the day I noticed that no one is coming to save me, that's when I noticed that what, I think now it is the time for me to get involved. Because if no one is coming, you could be there now, like right now. There are Christians outside there. Of course, they're in overnight. They prayed in the morning, they prayed in the evening. Now they're having an overnight and they're still praying, and they're thinking of a miracle to come. Money, a bag of money, a sack of money is supposed to come from somewhere and then drops in there when and these things can never happen. The day they realize that, the day we realize that, no one is coming to save us, that is the time then we are supposed to be drawn in, and we're supposed to get involved. Because things just don't happen by magic. And by that time, when you notice no one is going to help you, that's when people make, I would call them drastic decisions. That's when you could be like, what? Now, if it needs traveling, let me travel. If it needs doing anything, then that's when you make decisions solely as an individual. You make decisions basically with you yourself, and not what someone else is going to tell you, like, what, you should do this. Because most of the times it is when you have achieved things that you loved or you wanted to get in life, when you have won. People like winning team. If you're losing, no one gives a shit. No one cares if you're losing, but they are win. If you win, now everyone comes in, It's like when you're broke, no one gives you plans like, what, instead of doing a business, you should build a house first, or before you build a house, you should first sort your business, because now you don't have nothing. They don't care. But if you dare start winning, that's the time when everyone is having an idea and they need to tell you something. So back on our point, that the day we realize that no one is coming to save us, that's when we are supposed to get involved. Most of the people get that at a later age, just like me, because I've always thought, maybe my brother would be there for me, maybe my sister would be there for me, maybe my buddy, my guy, when things go wrong, I would call him. And out of the thousands and thousands and thousands of phone numbers I have in my phone, when things had gone worse, no one was there to even give a hand. So by the time you realize that no one is going to be there to save you, that's when we start making sane decisions. Like in case you're having friends who want to go for a party, and sometimes you can offer a 100k, a 200k, a 500k, because you think when things go west and things are not moving out right with you, these are the same people who are going to be helping you. Let me tell you something. When things really fail, and now you're not able to bring out the 500,000, the 400,000 to go for a party, or you cannot borrow your hair as girls do it, your hair or your wig or your whip or your clothes or your something, something or your house for them to bring in their boyfriends or girlfriends for boom boom fire, and that's the time you will not see them again, because they want people they gain from. So at the time when you notice that no one is going to come to help me, even when you get that small money now, that's the time you're supposed to be greedy. That's the time you're supposed to be greedy. That's the time you're supposed to be like, because now people like me, I learned that a bad way. I learned that when I learned that like a couple of years ago. Yeah, I keep telling people I'm 37 years, but I learned that over just a few years ago, because me, I thought that we are a team, we're supposed to go through this at the team. By the time I realized that, guy, we are not a team. Everyone is in this alone. You're in this alone. So if we could get that when we are still a little younger, it could also help us, because as I was telling you how these guys doctrinated us and how the things we are growing up doing, we think that those are the right things, but when they're not right, like we grow up, of course there has to be that, like you're supposed to share with your friend, but you're supposed to share when you are comfortable. You're not supposed to share when you're not comfortable. Today I was listening to some lady and she was saying, even if you have your sister's kids, if you have your sister's kids, your relatives' kids, but kids are going back to school, but you've not yet cleared school fees for your kids, you're not supposed to clear school fees for your other relative before you get comfortable. So when we are growing up, our parents kept telling us, and the people whom we grew up with, they used to tell us, you're supposed to share with your friend. Even when you're having a meal that is not enough, again, you're supposed to grab a little to give to your friend, because we were doctrinated basically to do that. And even Jesus himself was one of the people who was giving out, but you're supposed to first be comfortable. You're supposed to first be comfortable with yourself to give out the extras. But the problem, or where we go wrong, that we are not yet there, we are not yet comfortable, but again we are giving up. And then what happens when the crisis chips in? The people we think would have helped us because we helped them initially, we think they would help us, and now they dump us, and then we start crying and complaining, I was there for them, I did this for them. And then we forget that before we could have helped them, we should have been comfortable ourselves before helping them, that even if we reach a time, because now we cannot fail. Why? Because we use what we have enough. That's why the leaders we have, the pastors, most of the pastors, because I understand those more than the other religion. For them, even when you're poor, I keep bringing these examples because this is what I know. Basically, everyone talks about what he knows. So these pastors, you find them driving big cars, huge cars. Someone is driving a 50 USD, a 50,000 USD car as a pastor, and guess what? He's leading a lamb which cannot even afford a meal that day with their kids at home. You get the point? And then you're giving in the tithe and offering, and yet these guys are already good. So before you can even give up, because now they doctrinated us that even when you go to church, you're supposed to give in the tithe and the offering. And then we forget, you're supposed to first be comfortable. Yes, you're not supposed to be very comfortable, but at least be comfortable before you can give a hand. So I was telling no one is going to come to save you. I've seen very many people, and they're like, I was there for this person, I did this and that. For starters, most times they didn't even ask, but you felt like they needed help. And when it comes to us, I don't know where we got this. We live in a pretense kind of world, that we want to portray that we are good even when we are not good, that we'll give a hand to others, but when deep down even those people close to us are not good yet. I don't know if you're getting my point. We've seen stories move around, more so when it comes to us, Ugandans. I want to concentrate to Ugandans in Africa because we want to always show, the people surrounding us that we are comfortable, even when we are not comfortable. That's why you can find a man who is married with kids, go to a bar, buy another lady, drinks, give them posh stuff, gifts, give them gifts. But at the end of the day, even at their home, they've not paid rent and he has not bought food for home, but he's trying to portray that like he's comfortable even when he's not comfortable. That happens a lot. So when we start having this personal realization, and then you notice that, you know what, I'm supposed to be comfortable from the inside to outside, but being comfortable from the outside to the inside, that is vague. Why? Because at the end of the day, we are going to do things that make us feel okay, but even when we are not okay, and when we are in our beds alone, because everyone will leave you, but you know who will not leave you? It is you. You will not leave you even when everything goes west. If everything goes bad, you will stay with you. That's when most of the guys be there, and then they start regretting, and they're like, you guys don't know how much I used to make, man. I used to make a lot of money. And then the people you're telling, they were not even there. They were not even there. So at the end of the day, I don't know where we got this thing of letting other people see us, and they think we are okay, but even when we are not okay. And that is so bad. That is so bad. I've just learned these things of recent. So that's why I was like, nah, when I come here, I'm going to be telling you some of these things. And because me, one thing I've noticed, when people come on social media and they start saying things, most of the times we all know, yeah? But me, I learned respecting age as I grew. When we were young, I had sisters who used to tell me, Anderson, switch off the water tap, switch off the water tap, switch it off, close the water tap, close the water tap. I could not understand. Each time we were moving and then I leave the lights on, they're like, switch off the lights, switch off. I could not understand. When we were growing up and they were like, don't get girlfriends and boyfriends when we were still in secondary and primary, don't do those things are bad. I could not understand, not until I grew up. And now I tell my son, switch off the lights. And I'm like, wow, this is what these guys were meaning. And when we were young, when we got the girlfriends and then we got the boyfriends, and we thought like, this is the deal, I feel I'm in love, and these guys could sit you down. I've seen girls being sat down and they're telling them, this guy doesn't love you, let me tell you, when you grow up. So it is the same thing that I'm telling you, that now when this girl goes with this guy, and then time has passed, and now they have matured, and now they understand they are in their right senses, that's when the girl will notice like, hey, the guy didn't love me. So it is the same thing when I come here and I tell you could feel like you know the truth, yes, but now when someone comes and tells me something, more so if he's more older than me, more experienced than me, when they say something, nowadays I listen. I don't have to go through that. It has happened to me. I have a sister of recent. She told me, Anderson, don't associate so much with your best friend. I'm like, man, this is my best friend. I've been with this guy, since we were kids. And I'm like, no, I cannot. And she's like, please don't. And I'm like, do you want me to be isolated? I'm already isolated. I'm already alone. I stay alone. I don't have someone to chat with. I don't have someone to communicate with. I feel like everyone has let me down. And again, the only friend that I have, that I grew up with, we were in primary and we were together. And now you're telling me, you, my sister, that I should not really associate with him, to bring him at my place where I stay. Guess what? I did that. That's a couple of weeks. What I'm talking about, that's a couple of weeks. And guess what? Things went west. And that's when I realized that, when someone is older, if someone has gone through an experience and they tell you you're not supposed to do that, you're supposed to take it, I'm telling you. I'm telling you these things out of experience. That's why we decided to change the model of this channel to this, because I feel like there are things that I have to leave behind. It's very, very, very important. So before you're there and you think, I'm going to help my sister's kids, I'm going to help my relative kids, I'm going to help the street people, because at one point, when things go west, when things are not right, these people will come and save me, or they will help me. They will not, and they will not even help your kids. I'm telling you, you're supposed to first be comfortable. These are the things I've learned the hard way, and the things I'm telling you, I've not learned for a long period of time. No, that's just in 1 year. 1 year, and I've been in isolation for like 7 years, but of course total isolation, no talking to anyone, no moving out, no visiting people. I've done that for 1 solid year, and guess what? The things I've learned in there, if you don't pick a leaf from what I tell you as from BCM Uganda, let me tell you, you'll never get it anywhere. So it is very important. We know, you get to know, if you've gotten your car 20k, just know it is all you got. If you waste it, no one is coming to save you. If you go chop it with your boys or girls, and you think the next day now when it is their turn, because today it's been your turn to take them out and now they have to take you out, guess what? You'll be disappointed unless they still expect something from you. But when you learn that, when you have kids and they learn that you know what, before I can help any other person, I'm supposed to first be comfortable. If I'm comfortable and I'm okay, then that's when I can now try to help the rest. That's why the likes of the whole Billy Gates, yeah. Then it comes to Africa, they don't even help, because they feel like they want to help. In return, there is something they are getting. In return, they are getting something. Just like how a guy would come, get a strange girl and then start showering her with gifts, taking her out, having nice time. Because at the end of the day, this is a business transaction. Now I should call that a business transaction, because at the end of the day, the guy is giving you gifts. At the end of the day, you're going to bring your body to him, and then he's also supposed to enjoy. It's a business transaction, because if you don't avail your body, then the gifts are no more. So that means it's a transaction business. Give me the gifts, then after giving me the gifts, then I'm also going to give you my body, point blank. That is it. We don't have to lie. And guess what? When it comes to that, there are even contracts involved. There are contracts involved. That's why I keep telling people, when it comes to marriage, each time I've come here, because I'm just doing the lives, but each time I've come here, I've told people that marriage is a business transaction, and this business transaction mainly benefits the female, number one, and then the government, but mostly benefits the government. Those married things. Because at the end of the day, if no one is going to come to save you, and you're the leader of the family, you're the man, and then you get into this documented marriage, you go to church or you go to a mosque or wherever you've gone, and then they've documented you as you're married, and by that time when you're married like this, whatever belongs to a man now belongs to both of you, because now you've become one. And the old hustles you've had all through your life for the 20-40 years as a man hustling, and then you have had fingers, and then you've stood in sunshine, you've gone for cheyo, you've been a sekadama, and now because you loved someone, you liked someone, you went to a church, to a mosque or to a Catholic church, and now you've documented your marriage, and now guess what? Whatever was belonging to you belongs to both of you, because of this. It's still a business transaction that benefits a lady mostly, and later, of course, mostly benefits also the government, because at the end of the day, now you're going to be working for these human beings for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. How? When? How? And then someone will try to sit you down. And remember, I told you no one is coming to save you. Yeah? So now, when things go west and things are not good, and you're already married, documented marriage, yeah? Documented on pen and paper, and now you want to separate, and then a lawyer is involved. And the court is involved, and the government is involved, and then you guys have to share things because of a paper, and no one is coming to save you. And that's why the lifespan of the men is so low. They die a little earlier because they are fighting for these human beings. They don't know where they picked from. These things, because I'll tell you point blank, marriage to me is a scam. You can be with someone, you can love someone, without going to church. And guess what? Because these people were organized and they knew whatever they were doing was supposed to live, because it benefits the government. Because you just imagine if all men around the world just woke up one day and they're like, you know what, let's not get married. We are not getting married. We are chilling and we're going to have nice time. Do you know what would happen? Of course, the insurance companies, of course, for medical, for accident, for fire, for whatever, they will all not work. They will not work. And then when it comes to expenses like fuel and building, because now the guys are chilling. So guess what? So education, like, you're having kids, now they have to go to school. You're not going to be involved. So get what? The economy is going to flat, like it's going to crash down. So at the end of the day, they would advise you to get married if he really loves you. Let him propose. Let him put a thing. Let him put a ring on it. How? My boys, man. So these are some of the things that when I was there I thought about, because at the end of the day, when things go west, and a man, it is always very hard for a man to win a case, because these ladies will come with their being fragile and all that, with the kids they're having. So in the first place, don't get involved, because at the end of the day, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save. I looked at these things. Me, I'm a single dad, and this is what, in my research, which is still going on, I will not get married, number one. Number 12, I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need marriage. And I'm okay with it. And I'm born again Christian. I know now they doctrinated us that, who told people that if in case you don't get married, you're not responsible. Those are the doctrines they put in human being. And then they're like, they started putting a yardstick of who is successful. In case someone is married, then he's more reputable. Then he's more responsible. Who said so? Who said so? You can have a lady. Okay, if they say you're more responsible, get a lady, get home, do whatever you're doing, get kids. It doesn't make you more or less a responsible person. In the Bible, who married who at when? Oh, I don't know. But I need to be educated at some of these things. Later on, we will be having these, we will be exchanging, and you can always put in your comments there. But I want to see in Bible where they went to church and they were organized and they got a ring and they put a ring on it. So these are some of the things that came out. Because if no one is coming to save you, most of it comes to guys, the day you notice no one is coming to, and even if it's a lady, if it's a female, and they know, like, what, I know most of the girls could be relaxing and chilling because they know a rich guy will come from somewhere and marry. And that is very true, by the way. That can happen any day, anytime for a lady. But guess what? A more responsible and a strong lady will work, and then the rich guy will find her when she's like that. And guess what? You don't mess with such kind of a girl, because you bring your bullshit anytime, she leaves you. And then these dependents, because they thought someone richer will come, and when the person who is richer comes in the picture, then guess what? You're just like a Mercedes Benz he got, or just like his house he got, or just like his farm he got, because anytime he can do anything he wants with you. Do you get my point? But these are realities of life, man. These are realities of life. No one is coming to save you. So if no one is coming to save you, so we should make sound decisions. Me, when I knew that I don't have those things of Koja, Senga, grand relatives, those things. When I knew that I don't have those things, I made sure I had to control my plans. I didn't just have to sleep anywhere, anyhowly. I just didn't have to put the thing everywhere, because I know who is going to take responsibility of the kids that I will have. I knew it wouldn't be anyone, it would be me. So I made sure where I put it was very careful. I was given the fact, keeping other factors constant, But at the end of the day, at 37, and I'm having only one, and guess what? Because I grew up knowing I will have to take care of my kid, and I'm now a single dad, and I stay with my kid. And now, because I've learned more, everyone has their decision of being successful, of being okay. That's what I was talking about in the first live we did today. I don't know who brought up the yardstick of who is successful and who is not successful. Who brought the idea? Who got the idea that when someone goes to school and has a degree, he's successful? Who got the idea that when someone has a house, when someone has a car, when someone speaks good English, is successful? When someone drives a car, when someone drives a Range Rover, that is success? Who brought up that? When someone gets kids and is having kids and someone is married, some people getting married is an achievement and it is success. Who said these things? And then you go ahead, you really know you're not good at associating with people. There are people who cannot tolerate being with the same person for a year or even for a month. And for them, they know themselves, like, what? The truth is, I cannot be with the same person for like a year. time reaches, I look at them and they look like either Scooby-Doo or Pingu or something. I feel they disgust me just by looking at them. There are people like that. But now, because society put it in, they doctrinated us that, in case you don't get married, then you're a failure. And now a person like you who doesn't want to associate with people that much, they doctrinated you. Now you also think I have to get married. But when you really know you're being successful doesn't mean you have to get married. Who said that getting married is success? To someone else, it could be a success, and they are successful in life because they are married. And to some of the other people, not being married is success. They are like, oh God, I made it in life. Why? I never got married. Because these people doctrinated us. They doctrinated us bullshit. They told us really things, and I don't know where these things came from. Because at the end of the day, as I told you, no one is coming to save you. Now you imagine the kind of a person you well know you cannot be with one person, they reach a time and they disgust you. But because the community and the society takes us that, in case you don't get married, then you're not successful. And because you want to be among the few successful people, then you get into marriage. And guess what happens there? Someone is going to, someone is going to boom fire. Why? So who brought these things, And then someone's like, when you have kids, then you're successful. If you don't have kids, then you're a failure. Who said? There are people, I have friends who are like, I'm telling you, if I never get a kid, I will die. I would have died a successful person. That's why some men and some women get kids, they throw them away because it's a mistake. Why? Because to them, getting kids is not a success story. You get the point? So these things who brought, that's why we end up, doing things we're not supposed to do because we feel like the society, is responsible for what is right and what is wrong, This is the truth, yeah? Now me, I'm still making my research and I've tried to look, for the right, I don't know, because I'm trying to see where these ladies come in and, they change the story, and I'm not seeing it. Because at the end of the day, no one is coming to save me. When things go west and things are not good, no one is going to come to save me. So if I know me and I'm like, if I have people and I'm like, guys, if things go west, will you be able to carry my cross? Jesus is the only one who carried our cross, by the way. And he carried our cross, given the fact that he carried it. But again, if you mess up with your life, you will go to hell. Even when he died for your sins, yeah? So these things, you have to be logical. You have to be logical. Like, truthfully speaking, no one is coming to save us. So if no one is coming to save me, if no one is coming to save you, then you better watch out the kind of decisions you take, man. Because you'll be there, you're like, okay, now my jaja, my father, my mother, they have to be okay. Their kids are supposed to be okay. It's like, it's like, I don't know, okay. It's okay thing, but anyway, I don't know. Maybe I don't understand things well, but I find, kids, yeah, like, okay, you're all brothers and sisters, and then because one has grown and they finish university and they are working, and now you're supposed to pay school fees of your mother's of your sibling, yeah, of your sibling, that the mother is there and the dad is there, and now you're paying school fees for your siblings. If you do it genuinely, well and good, nice. But I don't feel obligated. I didn't give birth to this sibling. Fine, he's my sister or my brother. But I didn't give birth to this human being. If I gave birth to my own human being, I'm obligated to take care of them and pay school fees. But in this scenario, mama, dad, this is your kid. I know he's my relative, he's my sibling. But it's not my responsibility. Where is it written? Where is is it written that I'm supposed to take care of the people? You give birth to them, so it is your responsibility. That's why you find some people. The topic was, no one is coming to save me, no one is coming to save you. Then you go around getting kids left, right, and center, giving birth to from different men, and then you think every man you give birth with, then they're supposed to take care because you think they have to save you, and then they leave these single mothers, and then they be there complaining, the guy left me. This is your stomach, man. No one is coming to save you. By the time a lady gives birth, you're supposed to put it at behind your head that, in case things go worse, things go bad, I'm supposed to take care of my kids. Simple. But and you find a girl is there and they think everything is supposed to be taken care of, and the best thing they can offer is their pom pom fire. A girl comes and is like, and like, me, you don't talk to me. You find them even giving out a number, they feel so special, and the best thing they can offer is their pom pom fire. No one is coming to save you, man. The earlier you notice that and you start working out your life, by the way, you'll be better. That's why I keep saying it. That's why me, I'm a single dad. I take care of my son. Yes, I take care of my son since was like around 2 up to now. I take care of him. I stay with him. I be with him because it is my responsibility, and it is never his responsibility to take care of me, even when I'm old. It's not his responsibility. Nada. No. It wasn't a business transaction that when I give birth, then these kids are supposed to take care of us. Who said? Who said? Seriously. So there are some things I've learned in life with experience. And sometimes they say, experience is the best teacher, but sometimes it's good in case now, I've grown up, that now there are things when I see a grown-up person tell me like, what, Anderson, you're not supposed to do this. I'm telling the truth, I don't do it. No, I don't do it. They tell me, no, I don't do that. I'm like, really? They're like, I've been there. I know what will happen. I'm like, are you serious? And they're like, I'm serious. I'm like, okay. Now, because I've tried, to feel like I'm more bright, and things haven't worked out. So at the end of the day, it is always very cool if you get to put it in your head and you're like, no one is coming to save me. So you imagine every decision you do in your life and no one is coming to save you. Do you know you will do very many rightful decisions? From when it comes to your finance, the people you relate to everything in life, you will be like, wow, this is fun, People them days used to catch HIV and they were okay with it because they knew Tesla will always be around. Tesla is there, and then you think the government will give you will go in hospitals of the government, then you will go in schools of the government. Even the government doesn't care. People say they wanted to live the American dream, even America doesn't care. No one gives a fuck, You've seen people. Let me tell you something. When you do those things and you're doing them for yourself, even when you reach at the point of death, you'll die a happy person. Yeah. Sorry to say, when Mose Radio died, you saw when they were burying him, very many people were there. People loved him. People loved his music. Christian or non-Christian, Muslim or non-Muslims, old or young, youths, they all loved him. Today they were trying to remember him, but a few people came. A few people came for his prayer, remembrance, and all that. Because life passes and then people tend to forget. So that's why you're supposed to do things you're supposed to do in life, whether you be ashamed or not ashamed. 10 years, 20 years from now, 50 years, they would have forgotten and you would have lived a messed up life. So you're supposed to take a decision, do your things. Me now, I've learned to stand up for myself. That's what I was saying even yesterday when I was here on live, and I was like, I think that's when people were like, I done this of Ntondo, I don't know Ntondo in English, because now you reach a time, if anything happens, you talk. I used to keep quiet for some things, but now you come messing with me. You give me fire, I give you fire. and I'm okay with it, and I don't care, because now what is there for life to lose? Nothing. What is there to benefit? Nothing. The most important is for me to live comfortable with my son. So now, if you come and you feel like you're supposed to make decisions for me, nada, no, because now I understand. That's why I'm like, no, let's share some of these things, And life is short, man. Short, man. You'll be like, how will they see me when I'm doing this? Remember, no one is coming to save you, man. So how will they see you 10 minutes after? No one will remember. No one will remember you. I'm telling you the truth. No one will remember. Remember when we had those popular people them days? Do you know right now there are different people now, and we forgot all about them? So if they made wrong decisions then thinking about what people will think, and now they forgot already, what do you think about that? They forgot already. They don't even know if you exist. So me, if I'm to do things that make me happy, I don't care. The only person I always say that I feel I'm answerable to, the only person I'm answerable to on earth, the only person I'm answerable to on this planet earth is my son, and he's 3 making 4. So that means I'm older, I'm the father, so I take care of him. So even the fact that I'm only answerable to him, it is only him answerable to me, and again I'm not answerable to him, given the fact I'm supposed to be answerable to him, because when he grows up I want to be an exemplary dad. So anyone else below or above, I don't give a shit. Why? Because they don't feed me, you don't you do totally nothing with my life, and I'm trying to hustle, and the hustle that I'm going through, no one gives a shit. So not until when things mess up and then they will give a shit. I think it is unfair. I don't know if you get my point. So at the end of the day, it is when we realize that no one is coming to save us that now we start making rightful decisions. It's very important. Very important, my brother, my sister. And if you're there and you're the sister and the only thing you can offer is the pum pum fire, let me tell you, pray to God the pum pum fire falls in the right hands. But if the pum pum fire has been left, right and center, and let me tell you about something. You see, when it comes to girls and you sleep around with very many men, you sleep with this man, then the other one, then the other one, God created you having you're like a flower. Okay, let me say, as for ladies, God created you like you're a flower, very beautiful flower, special, but the more it's on the roadside and whoever passes, touches it, sprays dust on it, the more people you get involved with, time reaches, you lose the attachment. Now let me give you an example. If you sleep with different guys as a girl, you change guys, like you're changing your baby's pampers, you lose the attachment when you sleep with people. So when you lose the attachment when you sleep with people, even when you get the right person, the person who could take care of you, the person whom you would spend the rest of your life with, even when you sleep with them, because you slept with very many people, so now the attachment is not there. So you look at this guy and he's like the other one and the other one and the other one, because you never got attachment. So at the end of the day, things don't work out and you can never ever fall in love. And at the end of the day, because that's the only thing you can offer as ladies, it is gone. It is gone. And when it goes, it has gone forever. And you cannot duplicate it. Even when you're duplicating it, people can see. People can see. Because girls, they protect their bodies, and then you're like, it is all you got to protect. So when you fail to protect it and it goes, it's not like the guys. The guys, the more they sleep with this one, the other one, they lose attachment. And when they lose attachment, when they get attached to one, they can be attached to that person. You get my point? I came in a little late. Today is a Sunday. Now it's a Monday already. It's a Monday, but I just felt like maybe sharing something. These are things we're going to be talking about, but they're going to be facts. And when you feel like maybe something is not right, you're like, Anderson, no. Feel always okay, To be like, I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting. It is always very fine, nice and lovely. We've just started 2026. We said no, we're going to make a little bit of changes here and there. So that's why we decided we're going to be using much of English, because we want our other friends also to be understanding. Yeah, so it is going to be more of English because we want other people to also understand. We've done it for our country, we've done it for our people. Now it's time to do it for us, for me. Yeah, for me. Now it's not for who, it is for me and my people. That's why I was telling people, because we are changing the kind of content we are doing. If you're not feeling okay with BCM Uganda, you can press and leave and go, because we need a few people. We need a few people, but of course we can relate with, yeah, whom we can understand each other. We don't want chaos, we want harmony. We don't want angry people. We want to be happy, because we are going to die. Yeah. So we cannot die angry and hungry. You imagine, yeah? You wake up early in the morning, you're always angry. You're feeling, you don't like people. Everyone makes you bitter. You want to bewitch everyone. You want to beat everyone. Which kind of a human being are you now? Because now you're going to die and your body is bitter. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be like, hello, how are you? Are you doing okay? God bless you. God bless. That is it. Anyway, let me call it a wrap. I say, man, Luzze Andrew Anderson. It's been a Sunday. It's been a couple of minutes we've been here. We're going to be doing this and much more. Yes, we're going to be here. We're going to stick. Of course, we gave this 1 year. Yes, we gave this 1 year. So I'm going to be here. BCM, we're not going to be changing the name. I thought of changing the name, but we're going to leave it at BCM Uganda. If you didn't know what BCM stands for, it stands for Bambi Charity Media. It's been there for a long period of time. BCM stands for Bambi Charity Media. And of course, my name is Luzze Andrew Anderson, and of course we will be talking about different things. Of course, I'm living off grid because people are becoming so bad, and I don't, and in 2026 I want to be happy, so I decided to go off grid. Yeah, so I'm in the bushes there in the mountain. I just want to be happy. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to look at people when I'm bitter. I don't want to be fighting things I don't understand. Now it is time for me as me. It is time for you to be happy. For 2026, now mind about you. Mind about you. You're supposed to be less concerned with things that don't involve you. You find people fighting wars that they don't even know. I see people on social media, and then they're talking about someone who did this, and then they are making their judgments. They have the social media court, and you're like, why are people getting involved in things they don't even understand? You first settle your personal stuff, be okay with your life, have an understanding with your life, then you can get involved with the rest of the people. But let them ask for your help. In case they don't ask for your help, why are you getting involved? Unless those people, they infringe on your rights. You get the point? Like someone being there, yeah, he feels like he's the only person who understands in the whole country. If he infringes on your rights, then there you're supposed to get involved. But if someone doesn't, yeah, for some reasons, this might sound stupid, yeah, but me, what people do with their lives, I don't care. As long as they don't involve, you can find someone. Now let me give an example, yeah. You find girls who like to put on skimpy stuff, and they feel good about their lives. If that's what they want to do, well and good, nice and lovely. You're there, they smoke, they sleep with anyone they feel like, they drink, and they feel they are good. It's okay. But when they get the repercussions or the results out of that, let them enjoy it. Let them enjoy it. Why are you even bothered? Let them enjoy it. That's why they chose. You get the point. So as I told you, I still remain Luzze Andrew Anderson until we catch up tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching through. Yes, we're going to be here. As I told you, we've been here for 44 minutes. I told you it's a sign we're not supposed to be lasting for long. So until then, we catch up. Bless ya, love ya, God bless ya. Until then, good night, good morning.